guys, I'm back. Since you're watching this video, I'm guessing that you're curious to see who these upcoming fighters are picking and predicting for that upcoming Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley fight. But before I get to rolling this video, I'm partnering with mybookie.ag for this upcoming fight, and man, do I have a great deal to show you. So these are the current odds for the fight as of right now. So if you're feeling a bit lucky, or you just have a favorite in the fight and you want to make a pick, make sure to use my promo code Helen to receive this exclusive offer just for you. And also don't forget to check and click on the link in the description below for more details. Look, I hope this video helps you make some strong decisions for Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley. Now, I'm done talking, so let's go ahead and roll this video. Tyron Woodley, he's about to box Jake Paul. What do you think of that?
Man, I tell you what, I hate to say this, guys. But anyways, you guys either hate me or love me. Jake Paul's going to beat Tyron Woodley. This is the reason why. One is the gloves. The gloves are different. The gloves of MMA, a 4-ounce glove, I would give it to Woodley because he does have that right hand, and that's the problem. He only has that one right hand. You're gonna need combinations. I don't know what size gloves, but if they use 8 to 10-ounce gloves, he's in trouble because Jake Paul is training and he's around world-class boxers. He's around scientists. You don't want to bring a Duke Rufus, with all due respect to him. You want the cream of the crop, and that's gonna be the difference in that fight. The size of the glove and the fact that Tyron Woodley does not throw combinations. And I'm not hating on him. I will hit on his rap career. I'm not hating on him, but his rap career, but I am stating facts.
I see that fight playing out as a test for Jake Paul, where Jake Paul is going to be, finally people are going to go, wow, this kid's either really got it or, he got skunked. You know, I think he's going to prevail. I think he's going to show people that he really is truly to be respected. And they're going to have to give him a tougher competition after this one because not that Woodley isn't tough competition. It's just that Woodley, to me, is behind the 8 ball. He hasn't been straight boxing. He has not been straight boxing. This kid's been straight boxing for over 4 years now, and with good professionals. There's a big difference between someone that's been doing it for 4 straight years versus someone that, okay, all of a sudden he goes from MMA, now he's going to go strictly boxing. I mean, come on. The advantage is 100%. Everybody logically is going to go is to Jake Paul. But guaranteed? Hell no. No. Woodley's a fighter. He's a fighter. And the fact that Woodley beats his ass, he gets a rematch? Are you kidding me? Oh, shit.
Yeah, that was interesting, right? The rematch clause.
And also, you got to understand another thing, too, which I do understand. Mayweather. Mayweather ain't putting his name on nobody that's going to look bad. Mayweather's putting his name on Woodley because Woodley doesn't look bad. He's legit. So Jake Paul's got a legit fight. It's a legit fight, but I think Jake Paul's going to pull it off.
Number one, whether you like Jake Paul or you don't like Jake Paul, hats off to him for taking this fight. I thought, obviously for me, I wanted Ben to get the big payday, and I wanted when they were talking about Tyron, I wanted Tyron to get the big payday, but I never thought that Jake Paul would actually sign to fight Tyron because Tyron isn't like Ben. Love you, Ben, but we all know Ben didn't have the greatest hands. He wasn't a great MMA striker, let alone a boxing striker. But for Jake Paul to sign on the dotted line to fight Tyron, he's got some, he got some courage. He's showing some courage. He's showing some gall. It'll be a fun fight to watch. I'll be tuning in, but I think we're going to see hopefully what I wanted Ben to do, which is get in Jake Paul's face, wear on him, land some punches, make it a dirty fight, get him into a competition. Jake Paul wrestled a little bit when he was younger. Jake Paul's fought some guys who weren't real boxers. So he's kind of had a skewed reality of what professional boxing is, what professional combat sports are. So if anybody can do it, it's Tyron. I'm excited to watch it. I hope Tyron gets in his face and hope he knocks him out.
These guys are going to be professional, especially T. Woodley, such a professional. Ben Askren really was unprofessional when he touched Jake Paul's face and kind of messed up their little press conference, but he made some views with that. But T. Woodley ain't out for that. They're in for a real fight. Jake Paul's got a good team behind him, so he's in for a real fight, and I'm excited to see him up against a true competitor. I like to think of myself kind of similar to T. Woodley, even though he's had the gold belts. And, you know, I just think he can do some things that I didn't when we were sparring, so I'm excited to see it.
What's your prediction for how that fight plays out?
Man, I think Jake's going to move a lot. He's not going to engage. He'll make T. Woodley think he'll engage, and I don't think he will. And then I think T. Woodley, his pressure should add up by the end of the fight, and if Jake doesn't land some shots that stumble T. Woodley, then I can see T. Woodley setting him down in the later rounds.
Tyron Woodley versus Jake Paul prediction.
Paul.
How?
I don't see Woodley getting slept. You know what I mean? But I definitely see Paul being like a better boxer. You know, everybody thinks the Paul brothers can't box, but they can box. So unless you can box, you might not want to step up for that. And you MMA guys, please don't make us look bad.
Well, Tyron's a world-class athlete, and to be honest, the Paul brothers, they're taking this very serious. It's not like they're just some chumps that are entertainers. They've actually been high school wrestlers, pretty decorated high school wrestlers, and now a real focus and passion for the boxing world. Do I think it's going to be enough to beat a guy like Tyron? Probably not, but on the same side, I never count on anybody that believes in themselves, and I know on both sides guys will be believing in themselves, and they're both going to be working really hard, and who has more to gain on the fight? I would say probably the Paul brothers, not for the monetary side, but for their own personal journey. Tyron's gonna get a great payday, and he's always a game competitor, but it's not like he's looking to have a career in like the freak show fight game. So this is probably going to be a one-off thing for him, and I give him the edge, obviously, but the Paul brothers are trying to become the highest paid prize fighters on the planet, and that's what their goal is. So this is one step in the journey for them.